Derrick White, Celtics high 27 points in a 126-120 win over the Magic, where on that basket behind me, he threw down a dunk rolling off Jayson Tatum that shook the building and shocked friends back home, everybody in the locker room. Grant Williams couldn't believe the dunk he threw down to cap off his best night as a Celtic by far. Most points he's had in a game since December 2021 with the Spurs. Scoring hasn't been his thing with the Celtics. Ime Udoka last year, emphasizing all the little things. The screen setting, the defense, navigating screens and movement and all that stuff. Well, getting 27 points is going to help secure a victory, especially on a night Al Horford misses, Robert Williams out. Number of injuries across the lineup here, so the Celtics had to figure out a way to score in this new starting lineup, and you knew Brown was going to get his. He starts slow in this game, 1 of 9 from the field, ends up recovering and has a good night in his own right. Tatum scores 40 points. We talked about that in our last video, but Derrick White adds 5 more threes. He had a 5-3 game in the preseason. I said from the early days of training camp, one of the things that stood out most to me just watching everything go down was Derrick White's shot looking good, working with a shooting guru in Ben Sullivan, his new assistant coach and workout partner in practice. Less of a lean. He talked tonight again with me, more of an arc on that shot, getting to the spots and being in a consistent rhythm. Key for him as well. It feels like he's going to the similar spots on the floor, particularly the corners where he's had success, and then continues to be that active off-ball screener. And that's making him wide open for all these looks. And you get those open looks again and again in rhythm, and you can get on a tear, and he has to start this year shooting so well from the field. He's been reliable to the point where when a shot goes up in a catch-and-shoot situation off his hands, you're feeling good about it. And then to be able to get downhill and finish at the basket, you had that thunderous dunk, which he said he was telling people in the locker room that he wanted to dunk more this year, and he showed them there that he's still capable of it. And you also have less highlight-worthy rolls to the rim off of Jaylen Brown. So this release valve he's providing everybody out there, whether it's scoring, and yeah, he had a 3-point game where I thought he was super impressive, I believe on opening night. He just gives them a little bit of everything. The screen navigation was great against the Heat, even when he got in the foul trouble. So there's always a way Derrick White's going to impact the game. That still makes me such a big fan of that trade. And now you actually saw shades of the guy on the Spurs who would fill up the scoring sheet on certain nights as well, play with the ball in his hands a little bit more, get out and run. I think that's helping everybody right now. But in the starting lineup, he's able to play off Brown, Tatum, Smart more often. And instead of trying to lead that second unit like he was last year, he is being put in positions to succeed by guys who are getting pressure off of him. Malcolm Brogdon has talked about that as well early this year, the relief that Tatum and Brown, these other guys, give him. So that's certainly the case for Derrick White right now, who's off to a great start of the year, and that's one of the early key decisions by Joe Mazzulla, is inserting him into the starting lineup to begin the preseason and getting immediate returns. One of his first decisions as head coach, paying major dividends for the Celtics as they win against the Magic without Al Horford tonight, starting Noah Vonleh in his place. 126-120 behind a big night from Derrick White and Jayson Tatum. We talked about him. Go subscribe to Celtics All Access to see that video. CLNS Media for all the post-game reaction, including Derrick White's. And support our sponsors. Big reason we're on the road, doing Florida like this, in the Amway Arena. calm.com/garden. Go get 40% off a premium subscription. You can't beat that deal. Sleep sounds, meditation, yoga, more to help you relax and get your mind right. And Athletic Greens, nutrition, an important part of your wellness as well. Nutrients, vitamins, adaptogens, probiotics, and more in their powder. You throw it in your water each morning, throw it back, and you're good to go. They're going to give you 5 free travel packs and a year's supply of immune-boosting vitamin D when you go to athleticgreens.com/garden. I'm Barry Manning, wrapping up the Florida trip from the Amway Arena. Celtics on to Chicago on Monday. We'll have you covered remotely on the Garden Report, so subscribe to our channels and continue to support our coverage here. Thanks so much for that.